Konnichiwa YouTube! Welcome back to Archeage Live with your host OnlyOneShinobi, and I'm standing here on the Guild Mansion. As you can see, we've reached our first milestone. That's 50 out of 100 stone bricks. So we only need 50 more to get to the next step, and we've already got the iron and lumber in storage, so this thing should be built relatively soon. The patch comes out tomorrow, so hopefully stone prices drop and we can get this sucker up within the next week. So in any case, today what I'd like to do for just a quick bonus episode is show you where to find acorns. So in the previous video, or in one of my previous videos, we talked about beehives, and at the time there were no acorns on the auction house, so I had to go and find them myself. As you can see, I've uprooted 2 oak trees and planted them on a farm here so I can harvest them on my own. But sometimes the auction house is full of acorns, sometimes there's nothing, because these things grow in the wild, and it really depends on who's collecting them. As you can see, there are 200 listed here, so that should be more than you need, really, and then there's more. But 2 days ago, when I filmed the other video, there were absolutely none on the auction house. So just in case your cluster has no acorns, or just in case you want to do everything by yourself, because there's some honor in that, I'll show you where to find the oak trees, at least the ones that I've got. So today, oak trees, right. First thing you're going to want to do is go to Hasla. So that's where I found mine. I did take a tour. Let's see, where we're going to go. Hasla. Vero, maybe? Let's start at Vero. Yeah, let's start there. So I did take a tour of all the temperate zones on the eastern continent, and I did not find anything except in Hasla. So we're going to go out there. We're teleporting to Vero, and then I'll show you where you can find some. Okay, so I'm out here in Vero in Hasla. If you check your map, this is the northern part here. The last time I was out here, I ran all the way from the south to the north, and I found only 2 trees that I could pick up. There might be more around here, but you really don't need that many. 1 acorn beehive only takes 3 acorns. That being said, if you just want to farm acorns, which I don't recommend because they're not that expensive, really, you're going to need to come out here and uproot trees. So oak trees are not something that you can buy and plant from the normal vendor. You're going to have to find them in the wild. They only grow in wild areas, and I'm assuming they only grow in temperate climates. There's no really good list on the auction house, so if I'm incorrect on that, definitely leave me a comment and let me know, because I've had a hard time finding where these things grow. I just figured I'd share that with you. So what you're going to want to do is come into Hasla. We started at Vero today. We're going to go south, and you just look around for wild growing trees. Now there's a couple places I'm sure there's going to be trees, but we might as well look around as we go, and I'll make sure to let you know when it's a confirmed spot or not. So basically you just need to know what they look like. Hasla has a few wild trees. As you can see, it has wild ginkgo. I think there are camphor trees in this area as well, as what else? Cottonwood, maybe. In some places here there are bamboo and ebony trees, but that's further down in the south part of the zone. So as long as you're sort of in the middle to the north, you should be able to find some oak. Sometimes they'll grow along the side of the road, but you're going to want to go into sort of the nook and crannies of the zone to find them if they're off the beaten path. So we're just on the hunt for oak trees, basically. What is this? Looks like a field of something. Here's one. So here's one, for example. We are at, let's see, closest point would be maybe Jade Gale or Temika Tribe, Temi Ruins here on the path. And here's what a wild oak tree looks like. This is a young oak tree. So we can't harvest it, but we're going to uproot it and see if we can get a sapling. This is how you get wild trees on your farm. So you uproot it, And then you get a little item like this here, uprooted sapling. Bam. And now we can plant it on our farm. So near these fields here, near Jade Gale, these, I don't know what this is, purple flower things, is where I found all of the oak that I have. So there was one. There should be one on the other side of these fields, I believe. Somewhere over, yeah, here we go. This is a grown oak tree, so we'll just chop it down and then hopefully start the respawn for a younger one. So if you find an oak tree like this, your choice is either to leave it, so in 19 hours this will give you acorns, or chop it down is what I'm going to do, because this starts the timer on new trees, which will then be, you'll be able to uproot and take back to your farm. So here's an ebony, for example, another wild tree. And that's basically it. I mean, in Hasla, if you go too much further south, you'll enter the bamboo forests, as you can see. So I don't go into that area because there's going to be no oak, only wild bamboo. So just keep that in mind. Another ebony, 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 ebony. Ebony is actually a good tree if you're wanting to go for Thunderstruck. They're huge, but they have a long growth time and can actually get you something, possibly. That's Thunderstruck. That's a whole different episode. So far we found 2 trees. One of them we uprooted, the other we chopped down. I'm going to do a complete lap and see if we find any more, and I'll come right back to you. And here's another one. So this one is another young oak tree. We'll uproot this. No sapling. Unfortunate. So if you want beech trees, this is a good place. Lots of beech trees out here. No one's taking them. But that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for oak, and that pretty much completes the circuit. So as you can see then, we're about to enter the bamboo forest again. So basically what we've done is we've started at Vero, and we ran down to the Tamika tribe, and then around, back up through Gale Garden, Cursed Village, and now we're sitting here near Jade Gale. And we're entering a bamboo section. So in the bamboo area, there's not going to be any of the trees that you want, so you don't really need to spend a lot of time looking out here. But let's just follow the path and see if there's anything when we come out the other side. I'm very doubtful. So once we get to Jade Gale, I believe it's just all bamboo up here. Yeah, that's what it looks like. So in any case, that's going to be all for this episode. It's essentially it. You just got to come out here to Hasla and run around. We found a total of, let's take a quick look at our inventory. So we found 8 acorns and 18 lumber, or 18 logs worth of trees. I think altogether we uprooted 2 and got 1 sapling up here, oak sapling. 1 we uprooted and got nothing, which happens, and the rest were dying or already fruited, so we chopped them down to reset the oak timers. So that's basically it. Like I said, if the auction house has acorn, you probably shouldn't have a problem. But if there isn't any, then now you know where to find them. So I hope you enjoyed this little tree hunting episode. And I will continue to work on getting my beehives up and running. So until next time, I will leave you here. And I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you do know where to find them other than Hasla, definitely let me know, because I don't know where else to go, basically. Until next time, Shinobi out.